Hey folks, Foggy here. Welcome to day 334 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. We are going to be playing Hall of the Dwarven King. This is another Legend of Dsyx game by Robin Gobsin. We have several of them. We did take advantage of the Cyber Monday sale on PDP Arcade, so we got a whole crap load of roll and write games. That's probably going to be the next couple weeks. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try. It seems like there's not an overly complex game, to be honest. Looking through the rules, looking through the options, I feel like this is just sort of like whatever happens, happens. There's not a whole lot of mitigation that you're going to be able to do. In this game, you're basically attempting to dig in this mine here to basically unearth gold and gems. You have some fighters, you have some drunks, you have cooks, diggers, builders, and miners, all of whom are going to be helping you gain gold, hopefully, over the course of the game. All right. So you arrange, once you've rolled all 7 dice, you're going to put them in order. Now, we have nothing too great here, mostly because the 6s aren't going to be usable. So I think I want to discard and re-roll. We're going to discard one of the 2s, and I'm going to re-roll this, and I think this. You can discard a dice, and you can't. Actually, you can't re-roll the 1s. Those are the only ones you can't re-roll. All right, well, that'll work. I'll stick with that. So for the fighters, for each pair of these, you'll gain 3 points. For a single, however, you'll discard one of your other dice. So really, this is not good because I'm gonna have to get rid of a dice, but that's okay. I'll get rid of the 6 because I can't use it. So we're going to get, let's see, 3 points. We'll just go ahead and write this in here under fighters. The 3 represents a cook. Now, if you don't have one, you can't do any other dice, and that's it. So fortunately, I do have a cook, so I can continue on. 4s are diggers. For each, you'll go down 1 step on the dig track, so we'll just go ahead and highlight this. And that means we can now put buildings on this row. 5s allow you to do buildings, and 6 allow you to mine. Right now I can't do anything because I don't have any buildings. And that finishes up 1 hourglass, and we'll have 20 turns total. So 1, 1, 3, 4, 4, and 6, 6. I think... These 6s are killing me because I don't really have anything that I can use them for. But that having been said, I may as well take the points. 3 for the fighters, and then I get to dig down 2 more times. Which means I'll go on to the next mine next. Alright, so this is going to be 1, 1, and yet even more just garbage. We're going to go ahead and get rid of one of these 6s and re-roll all of the 6s. Because I can't even really use the 6s without the 3. And this is not great. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the 6. It's great in the sense that it would be awesome if I could use the 5s. 3. There we go. All right, so that's good. So we're going to get another 3 points for the fighters. We have a cook, so we can continue onward. We're going to get 2 5s. So that means we can actually do some work. Now, for each of these pairs of 5s, each 5 is worth 1 work. And so each of these will allow you to do one of these items here that are worth 2. You have the mine, which is 1 miner can mine here each turn. You have an inn, which can save 1 unused dice for each turn. However, they are incremental. So once you have 1, the next one's 3, and so on. Same with the tavern, which allows you to re-roll as many as you want, including 1s. And then finally a monument, which is worth 2 points at the end of the game, but does cost you 5 gold. So we're going to start off with a mine. We finally have a mine. We'll just put this up here. And that ends our turn. All right, so we got a 1 here. That's not going to do much good. 2. Pair of 3s and some 6s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 3 here, because I only need 1 cook. I'm going to take the 2 and a 6. I'm going to take both 6. We'll keep 1 6. We'll keep 1 6. Now that we have a place to actually use them. Actually, let's take both 2s. The 2s are drunks. Basically, you get a point for each drunk. But I feel like at this point in the game, we just kind of need to keep digging down and build things. And unfortunately, that 5 is not going to do us any good, because we need to have at least 2 to 5s to make something happen. But for this, we'll lose a dice. We'll go ahead and lose the 5 since we can't use it. We have a cook, so we don't need to worry about that. We have 2 4s, which means we'll dig down further. And we have a 6, which means that we can put it on one of the dice, one of the spots for the mines. Now, once we get to the cleanup phase, we now, I think maybe the action phase, maybe. I don't know what phase it is. But we're going to roll this dice. And right now we're at a depth of 1 and a gold of 1. And with this, we get a 4. It's greater than the depth, so we get 1 gold. So we'll go ahead and cross one of these little squares off. And we've now got 4 down. So a whole bunch of dice here. Got 1, 1, let's see, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 5, and 6. I'm going to get rid of one of the 2s and re-roll the others. 1 and 3. The 3 doesn't really help, but I'll take it. Actually, let's go ahead and discard the 3 and re-roll the 5. No, that didn't do any good. That really hurt us, actually. We'll get a point for the fight with 3 points for the fighter, but because of the extra 1, I have to get rid of one of the other dice, and if I get rid of the 3, I can't use the 6. If I get rid of the 6, it makes the 3 pointless. So, very bad turn. Very bad luck on that one. All right, so I got a 1, pair of 2s, 3, pair of 5s, and a 6. We'll go ahead and use the 1 to cancel out one dice, one of the 2s. For one of these 2s, we'll get a point. We have a cook, so we can continue onward. We have 2 5s, so we can now add an additional mine. Okay. And then for the 6, we'll put that here. We'll put it on the 2. And the 3 is greater than 2, so we will get 3 gold this turn. We are not making much progress at all, by the way. Okay, no 2s. Some 3s, a 5, and 2 6s. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2, and I'm going to re-roll the 2 and the 3. All right, that gives us a 4 and a 5. That's actually not too bad. So the 4 allows us to go down 1 further. We will build 1 additional mine. We'll put our 2 6s here on depth 2. And both of these are greater, so we will get total 6 gold. All right, that completes that turn. We're almost halfway through the game. We're making very little progress. What I really need to get is a carpenter, because a carpenter will allow one builder to do 2 work. And that's kind of how you start getting a little faster in this game. We got a 1, 4, 3, 2, 2, and 2 5s. We'll take 1 2 and roll the other 2. 5. Okay, that's actually not bad. So this makes us lose a dice. We'll lose one of the 4s. We have a cook, so we can continue going. We finally have a 3, which means that we can either put in a blacksmith, which means the digger can go down 2 steps on the dig track this turn, or we can get a carpenter. One builder can do 2 work this turn. We will go ahead and do a carpenter. We'll put them up here. All right. And that means now on the next turn, one of our 5s can actually be 2 work instead of 1. So I got a pair of 1s, 2 and 3, 5 and 2 6s. All right, we'll go ahead and take the 3 points for the fighter. We'll take 1 point for the drunk. We'll go ahead, and this can count as 2, so we'll go ahead and build. Let's get another. part of me is wondering if I should get the tavern. Because the tavern would allow me to reroll including ones without discarding. Let's get a minor. Let's get one of these guys. There we go. Now I can put 2 6s out. We'll reroll both of these. They're 2 and 2, which means we get nothing. The 2 matches the depth. We get no gold this turn. That blows. All right, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 3 6s. All right, we're going to use the 1 to discard the 2. We have a cook. We can do 1 building. We'll go ahead and we will get a tavern this time. We'll put it right here at the top level. Which means now the next one will cost 3, and these will all go here. Each one of these has to come up 2 or greater. Sorry, greater than 2. And 4, 4, and 3, so that's going to give us 9 gold. This is good. I think we're about halfway through now. That was a 1, 1. We don't have a cook. That is a problem. We need a cook. So once per turn, you can reroll as many as you like, including the ones. We will reroll all of these. And we got a cook. Plus 2 drunks. So we got 2 drunks, so we'll go ahead and get 2 more points for those. We have a cook. We can dig down. 1 more. We can build. We can, should we want to, we could save, we could do the inn. Or we can go for the monument. And I forget how much the gold is worth at the end of the game. You gain points for any monuments, vaults, and throne rooms. So we kind of need to build some monuments here. So let's go ahead and build a monument. All right, we have to cross off 5 gold. And that is now, at least, we've got 1 monument in here. And that is the end of the turn. Oh, no, we still have mining to do. So we got 2 mining. 1 of which came up, the other did not, so I'll gain 3 gold. Now that's the end of the turn. All right, next up, we got 2 1s, a bunch of 2s. That's not going to do us any good, and 6s. We will take full advantage of the tavern. We'll get a 1, a 4, a 4, a 6, and a 5. And unfortunately, this does us no good whatsoever. We'll go ahead and take 2 of the 6s. We'll get rid of 1 6. And that's not going to do us much good either. Let's get rid of this 4 and just re-roll from scratch. Without that cook, we can't do much of anything. Okay, so 2, 3, and 4. I'll take it. We're going to get 1 fighter out of this, 1 drunk. And then for this, we get to dig. Now we've hit a gem, so for the gem, we'll re-roll. And the gem is worth 1d6. So we're going to get 3. So we found a gem worth 3. That is the end of the turn. Let's keep going here. 1, 1, 2, 2. There was a 3 in here. Sorry, that was a 2. This was a 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to re-roll all these. The 1 is extra. We got a 5, a 5, and a 4. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use the 1 and cancel out one of the 4s. And then this 4 will dig here. We've got a total of 4 we can actually now make. I'm going to install I'm going to go ahead and install a mushroom farm here. That means I can use any of these 3 without having to worry about a cook. which I know seems like a weird thing to put in, but I think that that's going to be very helpful. All right, next up. We've only got 7 more turns left. This is not going well. We get off to a very slow start. I think that's why. 2 cooks, 1 4, 1 6. Let's go ahead and reroll all of these. 1, 4, 6, and 5. All right, so the 1's going to cancel out one of our dice, so we'll cancel out the 4. We have a cook. Well, we don't need the cook. We can actually have the this dude cancel that out. We can dig. We can't dig at this depth, so no matter what, let's do that. We need to get to here before we can actually install anything down here, though. So that's unfortunate. For the 5, we're going to go ahead and do another monument up here. And then for these 6s, we'll put them here at depth 2. And both of them come up gravy. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Next turn. A lot of interesting stuff. We got 1, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, and 5. So we're going to reroll the 1 and the 4. I can't do the 4 down here unless I have a cook. It's a 4 and a 6. So that's not going to do me much good. But I can do stuff here without having to have a cook. So that's what we'll do. We won't be able to dig. And we only have the 3 mines. So if I did 5, I could do one of these 2 3s. I could do the digger or I could do another carpenter. Another carpenter would be good because then that would allow me to actually get a little bit closer to being able to do a throne. So let's go ahead and do another carpenter. We'll build here. Can't build on the top level, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would use that extra 6. So that'll be another carpenter. So now I'm going to be able to get even more work out of these guys. But for now, we'll do these, do the mines. Each one of these has to come up greater than 2. And they all do. So that's going to be another 9 gold. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Cross that off. We got 5 more turns left. All right, so 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 6. We don't really need the cook, 2 cooks, so I'm going to reroll the 3 using our tavern. It's a 2. So that's going to give us 1 more drunk. All right, then we can ignore the cook. Dig a little bit more. We got now 4 for building purposes. And that means I could do the still, which makes all drunks worth 1 more point. I could do the arena. I could also do 1 more mushroom farm up here. And I can do a jeweler. I think what I want to do is I want to do the jeweler because what I want is for the gems to start being worth more. And this is roll +1 die when digging gems. So instead of 1d6, it's 2d6. That makes the gems a lot more valuable. I'm not sure how many more gems I'm going to pick up, but I feel like that is a good bet to get. So we'll do the gem up here. I think that's true for all of it. I think it'd be nice if there was a clear indication of what was good for each level. And then the 2 6s we'll do here. And we got 3 more gold. The 2 does not work. Okay. All right. 4 more turns left. So we got a 3, a 2, a bunch of 4s, which I think I'm going to take full advantage of. And then 5s. So the 2, I'm going to get 1 more drunk. Cook is here, so we can do stuff. 1, 2, 3. We have a jeweler, so now that gem is worth 10. And then we have a total of 4 building. And I can finally build down here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mushroom farm first. I know I need a mine down here, but at least now I can build a mine without having to have a cook in place. 3 more turns. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 6. So I'm going to reroll all of these. It's part of the tavern, 1 free reroll. Okay, so 4 and 4, 1 and 5. So the 1's going to cancel out. Let's cancel out one of these. Then 1, 2, 3. To roll 2 dice for that gem. Get a 6. We get 2 buildings, so we're going to go ahead and build a mine down here. I know what you're thinking. I should really, and then, now I'm going to roll and try to get better than 3. And I did. Yeah, that's going to be 5 gold. What I really should have done is build a monument, because now I'm going to be running out of turns to actually build things. So my next goal is build a monument. Let's see how well I did. We got 2, 1, 1, 2, 5, 6, 6, and 4. Let's go ahead and re-roll all of these. 5, a 3, and a 6. Not enough to get the, not enough to get that. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to, first of all, we've got to cook, so even though we got to cook, it doesn't really matter because we didn't really need to cook. So we're going to dig. We're going to do 2 more buildings. Let's do monument and monument. Actually, no. Let's not do monument and monument. Let's do vault. That would be a better way to go. That's only going to cost us 5 gold, but this is going to be worth its depth multiplied by 5. So this will be worth 25 points. That monument will be worth 2. All right, that I feel like is a better way to go. And then for these 6, we'll do 2 at this level, 1 at this level. So let's do the 2 for 2. Both of those come up good. Then this one has to be greater than 3. Good. That's 9 more. Sorry, that's not 9 more gold. That's 11 more gold. And we got one more turn. One. Re-rolling the entire thing. That was just garbage. All right, so 1, we're going to discard the 2 here, and we're going to re-roll all these. I could dig, but it's only going to get me down 1 more gem. What I really need are 5s here. 5, 5, 3. Oh, for Pete's sake, we can get rid of the 3. And that's it. In fact, I can't even use this 5 now. So that's going to be 1 more fighter. And I can build 1 more thing. And we'll go ahead and build 1 more monument to my failure. All right, and that's going to give me 2 here. So now at the end of the game, you score, gain any points for monuments, vaults, and throne rooms. We did horrible. I did horribly here. I did absolutely horrible. I'm not even sure like what you get as far as. So it says gain points here. So we had 7 drunks, so that's going to be 7 points. We had 7 fighters, so that's going to be 21. 19 in gems, so that's going to be 47. 4 here in monuments, that's 51. 25 for the vault, which is good. That's going to give me 76, I think. So that's a total of 76. We did not get a throne room. Not a great score. I feel like that was just very, very bad. A little bit unlucky at the beginning, but I also think it took me some time to understand how to get the engine building in this going. I'm looking forward to trying this one again, but for now, we've got more Legends of Dsyx games queued up, so we're going to do more of those. Folks, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow.